Well, good evening. Here we are, Facebook Live. Sorry it's a little bit late starting, had a few deliveries to do on the way home. So here we are, Facebook Live on Thursday night. Very special beer here tonight, very, very special beer. We've got our Mayflower Gold 2020 vintage, a very special beer. It's not necessarily, it's more of a drown and sorrows beer tonight, sadly, rather than celebration with what's happened today. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, sadly. But let's concentrate on the beer and let's at least get some joy, because we still want joy in our lives, and beer will hopefully give us joy. So, Mayflower Gold. So, this is based obviously on our Mayflower Gold, the first beer we ever brewed. It was 8 years ago last week that I brewed that first batch of Mayflower Gold at Pitfield Brewery. And still a lovely beer, still lots of us our favourite beer, and the Mayflower Gold Vintage came from that. And basically I thought I want to do a special Mayflower Gold once a year. Oh, it's quite a likely bottle, this one. A special Mayflower Gold that first of all was a little bit stronger. So Mayflower Gold itself is 6.5%, which is fairly potent. But we wanted the vintage to be a little bit more, a little stronger, 7.5%. So, yeah, not a session beer. One a night probably should be enough. Okay. And also we wanted a vintage so that we could actually perhaps store it each year. Maybe make it a little bit better. We give a 1 year shelf life on this, and sometimes it matures even more as ages. And we want to make it a little bit different each year. And I was taking inspiration from that from Duval's Triple Hop, where they do a different hop each year in their sort of special beer. And so what we do is each year we do a different hop in there. So this year the hop in there is a Willamette. Quite a lovely bottle of that. Okay, so beware of that if you've got one of those. So just be careful it's not too lively. It's not over lively at all. It's still easy poured, but just do be a little bit aware of that. Okay, pour it slowly. I think it's probably I've just brought it back tonight, so maybe got stirred up a little bit. So this Willamette hop, which is American hop, and it's added as our own hop, and it's added the dry hop. So remember that dry hopping means that hops are added at a cooler temperature during the fermentation, so you get much more of that hop aromas. So yeah, Willamette is supposed to give a nice peachy aroma, and it's gone for there. And yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Really is. I mean, yeah, you wouldn't believe it's 7.5%. You really would not believe that. It goes down just so easily. You get the healthy aroma. You can get the real body and the warmth coming through from the alcohol. It doesn't really feel like 7.5%. Special things about it, there are only 500 bottles of it, and every bottle is signed and numbered by our brewer Rick. And you'll see bottle number 2, I've got bottle number 2. I don't know who's got bottle number 1, but there I've got bottle number 2. It's a bit special there. So everyone has a number on it, and there are only 500 of them. Okay, so that is a special beer for us. Okay, so obviously, the sad news today was that we wasn't pretty much surprised that Essex ended up in Tier 2 today, and we were obviously very disappointed. It wasn't surprised, but very disappointed, and most of the pubs in Essex very disappointed with that. Obviously, it's disappointing. It's got a lot of anger as well. The fact that everything that pubs have done to make themselves totally safe for people to come out to. First of all, say COVID's a very serious thing, serious disease. I don't diminish it. People who sort of say it's some government conspiracy, it's made up. That's rubbish. I don't believe that for 1 second. It is a serious disease. My wife works in the NHS. She's treated people with COVID. It's a serious disease. It does kill people. It's not just a bit of flu. It's a serious disease. But we've done all we can. And we've done more and more to make our places safe. Same with those pubs. It's amazing the things we've done, the hoops we've jumped through. What we do with massive cleaning regimes we go through to make sure that everything's clean. Clean places before and after customers come in. Clean them all the time. Hand gel all around the place. We've got that. We did, we ventilated the place more. We put outdoor tables in place. Oh God, what else did we do? We did track and trace. We put our track and trace app there. We did table service, okay? Cost us a lot of money. We had to employ more staff to do that. But yeah, we did that to comply. Yeah, we've got table service now. Face coverings for staff. Face coverings for customers. Yeah, we've done that. We've done all of that. We then, before the lockdown, we went to tier 2 and we had to make sure that people inside were from their same household only. We went through all of that. And we've made the pubs as safe as we can do. And most people say, I feel much safer going to your pub than I do going anywhere else. Supermarkets, I don't feel safe in there. Pubs, I feel very safe in, because we've done so much work there to make it a safer place, okay? And there's no evidence that pubs are the place where the infections happen. We keep, our brewing and pub organisations keep on asking for that evidence that the pubs are the places where transmissions happen. There is, well, there might be evidence, but we've not been shown it. So it shows the evidence, we can accept it. We want things based on evidence, nothing else. Okay? We just feel that pubs are being victimised and they're being blamed for this when it's not actually our fault. It's not happening. So it's really a scapegoat, and we feel, yeah, very, very annoyed about it. The reliefs that were put in, the help that went in last summer, none of it went to wet lab pubs. The VAT reduction didn't go to pubs. The Eat Out to Help Out didn't help pubs. No. So really, a bit of a mad world. It is indeed. And to have to now provide substantial meals for lots of us, it's very difficult, if not a possibility to do. We're seeing what we can do, but we don't feel very hopeful about being able to do anything to be able to open the pub again. So we'll keep in touch and see. We'll do what we can, but we're not looking very hopeful. And of course, pubs, they're the absolute lifeblood of the community. They're part of Britain. I spent 2 years living in France and so much missed the pub. And so many of my French friends said the thing they love about coming to Britain is the pubs. It's the thing that is. And sadly, this is going to kill so many pubs. Okay, so really, we've got to try and do the best we can. We'll carry on brewing the beer. We'll carry on getting the beer to you. So we'll carry on. We're still going to be planning on brewing. We've got lots of beer to get out to you for the Christmas season. We'll carry on doing our deliveries. We're carrying on doing our takeaways. If you're, I know sometimes get people a long way away from us watching these Facebook Lives. If you're a bit further away from outside of Essex, we've even teamed up with another local company called Beer Belly, and beerbelly.store, and they can mail order your beers all over the country, so that you can get beers to you even if you're not in our delivery area, which is fantastic. Okay, so what have we got coming up? So yeah, we've got beers, bag-in-box beers, so you can have real ale at home. We've got bottled beers, and also we'll always have a couple of beers on draft, so you can come in with your takeaway containers and fill them up with your beer. So we'll get beer to you, that's no problem. The Mayflower Gold Vintage, we've got 500 bottles there. Get those before they all run out. We've got our Christmas beers almost ready. They'll be coming out for you next week. Christmas Blonde, Christmas Dicky and Black Christmas. And looks like we'll probably have to carry on with these Facebook Lives. So we'll hopefully have a chance to enjoy some of those beers in the weeks to come. But we'll do what we can. If we can open it, find a way that's actually viable for us to open, we'll see if we can. But I assure you, we'll get beer to you whatever way we can deliver it to you. You can come and collect it from the shop, from the brewery. And we determined that, yeah, that beer will be a big part of your December, a big part of your Christmas festivities. So, there you have it, Mayflower Gold Vintage. Look forward to that every year, and I'm looking forward to enjoying that tonight. So, yeah, not been a good day for the brewing industry, not been a good day for the pubs, but we have to keep happy, we have to keep positive. There's lots of good positive things, and the best way to realise them is just to enjoy a good beer. So I'll just say cheers. Oh, I forgot to go into the glass. Another thing we missed this year as well. This was glass for Rochester Beer Festival last year, so that would have been on last week. So we missed that as well. Pig's Ear would have been next week. Next week? I can't remember if it's next week or the week after. We'll miss that one as well, sadly. But we can still enjoy a beer, and we can enjoy it together virtually, if not in person. But hopefully soon we'll be able to have that beers together again. So cheers and enjoy your beers.